cool to watch.
Yeah, it is very cool. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Joe. Talking today, episode 41. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave a review as well. Apple, Google, Spotify, and on YouTube, the Softball Strength Academy YouTube page for further clips and a visual element of our show. Thank you very much for doing that. We do appreciate it. And email us your questions too, jimbopodcast21@gmail.com. Talking today, structuring a hitting warm-up. It seems so simple. I think I've talked to you about this before on this show, probably in private too, how I used to warm up at the before in the on deck circle. And we're obviously going to get further into the structuring a hitting warm up, but my warm ups a lot of times were used just to almost like waste time. And I'm not proud to say this, but I did it wrong for all those years. I used to fling the bat over my head, kind of like a helicopter, like helicopter
All the pros are
wings.
doing it.
All the pros were doing it at the time, and I thought I'd be Jimmy Cool back in the early to mid 2000s. And I didn't understand how to warm up as a hitter. I didn't understand how to warm up in the batting cage, how to warm up in the offseason, how to warm up before a game. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, structuring a hitting warm up. But hitting goes far beyond just being in the on deck circle, timing up the pitcher, although that is very important, arguably the most important thing. But it's also preparing your body for hitting, preparing your body for the types of movements that a high level hitter is going to do so that you don't hurt yourself. You don't hurt your obliques. You don't hurt your hamstrings. Getting your body properly warmed up and prepped for that day's hitting. Major leaguers do it, and it's an arduous process, but you have to do it if you want to be successful.
Yeah, you know, and I think it's so funny because I always used to joke, we would have this long warm-up process for our arm, right? Like you start, you know, the ideas around throwing have changed a lot. But when I was younger, it was, you know, you start on a knee and then you get a little further on a knee and then you stand up and you throw with no step. And there's this whole sequence that just about, I mean, every coach would agree on, like, yeah, you got to take your time, warm up the arm. God forbid you hurt your arm. And, you know, I feel like most people take a bat, they swing it a couple times, arch their back, bend over, touch their toes. They're like, all right, I'm good. Let's go get some front toss. Yeah. So just, you know, there is an art to warming up. And there's no right answer. There's gonna be some people who need longer warm-ups. There's some people who are, you know, would mentally burn out if they're going to be warming up for a really long period of time. But it's just trying to find that happy medium as what checks the boxes for the athlete mentally, physically, and just starts to get their mind right and their body right to be able to hit.